Hello everyone, Warangel here, and welcome back to the Cabal Let's Play, where so far the Van Horstmann road trip has taken us to the coast of Overhaul, where last episode we finished things off with all three hordes, I should say, not both hordes, landing on the coast, ready to make their way towards their separate objectives. So later on in the video, during the end turn phase, I will be talking about the future of this series, as well as what to expect with the replacement one for the New Mass campaign, as we've got the new DLC as of recording coming out in about 4.5 hours. So it's going to be coming out. I'm looking forward to seeing some of the changes, but we're obviously going to have to keep in mind the updates and how it's going to affect this campaign. But we'll come back to that. In the meantime though, we need to send our hordes on their separate objectives. So like I said about last time, what I'm going to do with Egrimm is I'm going to send him and his horde all the way down south along the coast. We may take a break through one of the Eagle Gates or the Unicorn Gate up to the top, I'm not too sure. But we'll probably go along the coast in order to make our way to Lothan, so we can go after the next book of Arcane knowledge here, which, if you guys would like a reminder, will give us access to a Lord of Change character. So I've never actually used a Lord of Change in Warhammer as a Lord, so I'm looking forward to seeing what Usul the Storm Chaser will be able to bring to the campaign. While he's doing that though, if we go back, both Vortex Grafax and Lelouch Hagoff are going to be making their way up along the top of Ulfran, stopping at the Shrine of Cain, because what's going to be better than having a murderous sword for a follower of Khorne? And then we're going to push through the mountains, maybe at the Phoenix Gate, I haven't quite decided yet, in order to go after Gale Vale, the sort of throne place of the Ever Queen herself. And a very fitting target, I think, for a follower of Nurgle. So, each of our characters have got their own objectives to do. Let's start sending them off in those directions. So, Egrimm first of all. That's a plan. Now, we could go after these two armies right here. We've got a full stack led by Zaphos from Avalon, and a reasonable sized one of Gigalion, I believe from Illyrian. Now, they seem to be here to colonize Tor Dranil, so that's going to be their mistake, whichever one decides to colonize it first. But for the moment, let's send Horstmann over towards Salvation Isles to burn it to the ground. Now again, it should be a quiet and easy order to resolve. Indeed, there we go. Now how much favour am I going to get out of this? That's not a bad amount for minor settlements, is it? Let's take it. Picked up a Scepter of Stability. So this would, no, a Ford reduces miscast chance. You would have thought with the name. But no, gives 44% magic resistance. Interesting. Could give it to... Am I able to give it to Hagoff? Don't think I can. No, I think it did count as an arcane item, didn't it? No matter. No matter. Right. Now... When we left the video off last time, Hagoff is actually still in the ocean, so I used a bit of movement after the video just to move him onto the coast, which is why he can't move this turn. But that's okay, because we can actually allow Grafax to upgrade the Blasphemous Icon now up to a Ruinous Altar, allowing us now to actually get our hands on some Exalted Heroes. Now, because Khorne, of course, is a warrior god who feels that magic is just trickery and dishonourable, we're not going to give a sorcerer to Hagoff. Instead, we're going to give him an exalted hero to accompany him on his quest towards the Sword of Cain. When we do get an opportunity as well, I've been asked by Bakala, the viewer that submitted Hagoff's backstory and name, to try and give him a few more sort of cavalry options. So we may end up, for example, expanding the two Chaos Marauders here, maybe giving him some more access to Blood Raiders, a Scaramore, or whatever units we can get available. Because we have upgraded this to a tier 3, which does give me access... Oh no, it's the final tier that gives me access to Knights of Khorne. But we've got a little way to go yet. We need to settle down for a turn so we can actually upgrade this. But we'll do it along the way. But I think that's going to be it for the turn, apart from go for all of these. So, Accord. Now, Accord has actually finished all of his skills, isn't he? I believe he has, yes. So, let's have a look. When do we get to use skill dump? Next one. Okay, Accord, we're just going to skip over you for a moment. Next one, Egrimm. Ooh, what am I going to give you? What am I working towards, stand or die? Replaces rally, gives extra melee defense and leadership. Quite handy ones to have. You know what? Let's go for one of these. Chaos Spawn, Chaos Knights. Let's go for Speed and Malice. And what I'm going to do is wait till his next level up, because then we can give him Freakish Mutations and Stand or Die. Then. So instead of just going for this, because to be honest, we don't have any Chaos Trolls, Spawn, Giants, or Ogre Shagoffs in his army. So let's have a look at some of his personal ones here. Leadership over 40%, quite good, useful. Eye of the Gods for the extra weapon strength. I mean, that is a reasonable boost, in fact. Let's go Voice of the Dark Gods. I mean, he is a dedicated follower of Siege. It makes sense that he's be able to, you know, communicate with his followers more efficiently in order to be able to share his plans. Now, Blood Eater, you'll be making your way scouting down for me to see what's going on with the High Elves. See if you can block this army. You failed. Damn. Just want to try and level him up so he's a bit higher than level 5, you know? Although something we could do next turn. So we've got more than enough favour to start doing one of the rites. So this could be quite handy for us when we start getting into bigger fights. Awaken the Cults could be good for agent actions. And of course we've got this one, which will allow us to use lightning strikes and increase our campaign movement if we wish. So quite a few useful ones for that at this point. But I think that's everything. Let's hit the enter. And it gives me the opportunity to bring up what's going to happen with this series. So like I said, in a few hours from now, the new DLC, The Hunter and the Beast, will come available, as well as the new update, which is going to affect the game, especially Mortal Empires, but also, of course, incorporate the new factions into the Vortex campaign with Marcus Wolfhart and Nakai the Wanderer, Gorwok, and so on. So what's going to happen is after today's episode, both this campaign and whatever one I'm going to be starting to replace the Numas one is going to take a bit of a hiatus. We're going to be waiting until probably sometime next week. So it gives the mod authors that I like to use, especially like Mixu and that, an opportunity to update their mods with the new update. So what will happen then with this campaign is I will have a look to see what's going on with whether or not I can continue the save file with the update. If I can, then I will probably continue this campaign as usual then. So the next episode, of course, will be this Saturday, and it will carry on as usual. If I can't, though, we'll hold it off, but I will have to start the campaign from scratch. But as I've talked about in the past, what I will do is actually redo the campaign up to the point we leave it to today. So we'll be a fresh campaign with the new factions and so on, which will be quite interesting for us to try out. But it does mean then that I will be starting over here, so you're not going to have to watch me start from the beginning and go after Nagawand and so on yet again. We'll start things off wherever we left things at the end of this episode. So it's just going to be a, continuing, but in a different timeline, you could say, if it makes you feel better. But let's continue with this turn. So before we actually send Graphax off towards Tor Alec, because that's our next destination it seems, let's take the opportunity. We could upgrade this, but we don't really need to. Let's just go straight ahead and recruit a hero. Alright, Confident, +2 leadership, Diabolic Splendor for the extra aura size, Eternal Dominance, +5 melee attack. Now to be honest, this seems like the best one for a follower of Khorne to have, increase the melee attack for all of his units. But the thing is, looking at the sort of pictures, he actually probably fits the description a bit more in terms of his physical features. But I think melee attacks can be much more important. So welcome Vator Morspig to the team. So he's unable to move this turn, but that's okay because we can actually get Hago off to take the opportunity to level him up a bit more. So what we'll do is, in fact, let's move you closer to here and have you set up. We'll actually fight the battle first. I'm going to do a Tor Dranil, and then we'll get on with it. So let's leave you there for the minute, but let's take the opportunity. Upgrade this. Don't need to upgrade that, but the one I did want to try and get when we get some more things is Mound of Blades, because I'm interested to see what these Skull Weepers are. I mean, a honed tool of Khorne sounds like a good choice for us to have. Let's go take 2 point population surplus. I need 6. We'll get to the Mound of Blades eventually. I think it's more important to us to actually upgrade this than to go for a new building right away. So we'll leave it for now. But Vortex, let's get you to come down, declare war. I mean, we're going to fight Illyrian at some point, so we might as well start it off with one faction or whatever. It's going to bring both of these into the war. That's absolutely fine, because, well, we were going to fight them anyway. So, indeed, kill them all. Nice and easy. Decisive victory. Just going to raise it, to be honest. Armor of Fortuna, that's a useful one to get. Double barrel again. Alright, let's have a quick look at Hagar first of all. Spell Shield, I think actually going for the Armor of Fortune is going to be a better choice for you. So we'll give you that. But if we go to Fator, we get the opportunity to first of all level him up. So let's go Blade Master. He's going to be a follower of Khorne, so we want him to be a good fighter. So let's go 2 points in Deadly Blade, 1 in Hard to Hit. There we go. If we go to your items now, we can give you the Spell Shield. Give you a Relic Sword. Let's go Overhaul. Damage resistance can come in handy, certainly. Can't give you anything there. Any of this? Extra income. Faction research rate. Another student rate. Let's just say he's a connoisseur when it comes to fighting. He's not just interested, of course, of, slaughter. He's also interested in becoming a technical expert. Very much in the like of Hagar, when you consider his background story as a duelist. And I'm also going to have to take into account Mikhaila's request for him to actually fight Tyrion at some point. A character like Hagar will probably want to test his blade against one of the mightiest fighters in this day and age, and Tyrion certainly matches that description. So you guys are going to stay here. To be honest, Egrimm, since we're right here next to a full stack that's managed to take half health, let's go and attack them. Burn it down. This time I'll just take raise, let's get that. We now got the Soul of Damnation, the Hell Cannon. Distorting the laws of nature and natural energies of chaos imbue this Hell Cannon with astonishingly quick firing rates and deadlier projectiles. You know what? I think I'm going to swap it out for my own Hell Cannon. So let's grab that. Go to Recruit Regiments of Renown. Let's go straight for the Soul of Damnation. We could also get this unit of Dragon Ogres. To be honest, I kind of want to get one. Well, let's swap it out for the Chariots of Zeech. Let's disband you. So we'll get you and you, recruits. There we go, we can now check out the Summoners of Rage as well. Let's skip all of this. I think we've managed to deal a decisive blow to Avalon already, considering we've managed to wipe out a large full stack of theirs, complete with quite a few heroes. Right, but anyway, let's continue with this. Accord, you've now leveled up to level 5, so we can just start putting stuff into skill dump. Excellent. It's Vorpal, what we're going to give you. We're still waiting to give him up to a Chaos Dragon, so he's got 5 more turns for that. We could give him a Manticore in the following turn, so definitely something to think about. We're giving you Lightning Strike. Gavin of Might could come in handy. Monster Strength first, go for 2 points in here, so we can make sure we get an extra nice little bonus for our Chaos Trolls, Chaos Giants, and so on. Everyone else is healing up quite nicely. Right, how... Oops, 4 more turns. I hit the wrong button. Right, let's send you further down south. Now we could cut across either the Griffin Gate or the Eagle Gate if we wanted to just make our way into the inner circle of Ulthuan. But since we have to go this way anyway, it's not going to make any difference to me, so I'll just let Hubas here sort of follow the outer side of Ulthuan, so keep an eye on what's going on. As for Egrimm, in fact, Egrimm, what do you actually have in your army? You've basically got lots and lots of infantry. We could try to do something to increase Chaos Spawn. I don't know what one actually the dragon counts as, in terms of any of the skills, assuming any of them actually boosted up. So let's have a quick look. Let's go Chaos Trolls, Chaos Giants, Hammer to Anvil. Alright, that's the one actually increased Chaos Spawn anyway. Okay, let's go 2 levels into Spoiler then. Let's get that extra favor then. There we go. Perfect. Hit enter. Now, Speaking of starting, like in the end, last turn phase about, the new update and starting a new campaign for Numas, it does look like, according to the vote I put up in the community tab so far, skip through this, because we know what's going to happen. They're going to ask for peace. I'm going to say you can become peaceful or become a vassal. They say no. But yeah, so I've got a few different options I've sort of presented themselves to me in terms of what's requested by you guys. I see some people would like to try and do me playing as Marcus Wolfheart in the Vortex map. Some people would like to see me basically play as Gorwalk. I think that was the more popular one out of the 3 new lords. Others have said to me, well, why don't you just continue playing as another faction? And I think that's the one that's winning at the moment. So what I'm tempted to do in terms of lords is to try something like, me by this point, guys. I like to have a bit of variation in my factions compared to playing the more vanilla ones. Although I am very tempted to try out one of the Empire factions, thanks to the changes now to the elected count system and so on. And in fact, that was actually suggested by someone I saw just before I started recording, that suggested going with Balthasar Gelt or Karl Franz. Maybe in Volkmar, but I don't know if his mechanics quite work in the same way. Because, he's not the elected count, technically, of Wakeland. But the one that actually sprung to mind to me was playing as 2 different options at the moment now. One of them is to play as Talara's Dreadbringer. Now, he's the High Executioner of Hagorath, and he actually starts off as leading the Scourge of Cain, that Dark Elf faction that starts up here on Ulthuan. Now, I think that could be an interesting start. It'll be a tough one, apparently. But his character is quite an interesting one, and it means instead of playing over in the Nagaland, where, of course, if you're playing as Malekith or as Morathi, you have to spend your time conquering other Dark Elf factions, usually. You can actually start straight away with Scourge of Cain by going after the High Elves, and you already start off with the Shrine of Cain under your control. So if we wanted to, we could claim it and give it to Talaris, and just watch as he kicks everyone's butt at that point. So that's an idea. It has been suggested to me about going down and starting back down in Nekakara, but to play as the Greybeard Prospectors on the Mortal Empire map. So we could even do it on the Vortex, because there is a mod in there that actually increases the thing that actually, sorry, I lost my train of thought. But actually increases the variety of units and, fleshes them out quite a bit. So that's certainly an option as well. It's just thinking about all the different types of things out there, because at this point, me, I like to play as something a bit different than just playing as the standard ones, especially when you have so much different variety now thanks to the mods. So, but anyway, that's enough of me talking about that. Let's carry on with this. Egrimm, we could stay here as long as we want and keep going after these armies. Like, Blana the Wise has now come from all the way from Safri to try and claim the Salvation Isles. But we're going to head down towards the High Vale and burn it down. We'll leave Salvation Isles alone at this point. I think we've gone after it more than enough times. Ooh. I think we might fight this one, just because we haven't actually had a fight in quite some time. And I do want to check out some of the units now, like the Chaos Dragon and that. So let's set up for a siege. We could do it in the following turn. Extend the video a little bit longer as well. Vorpal, let's start moving you, I think, towards Tualek. So you can start making your way over by yourself. Hagorath, we'll start moving you over as well, but you'll have you going in your own pace. So again, 29%, that's fine. Right, pop you into that. Hator, you can now join up with him. There we go. Alright, let's disband you two. I'm quite happy with all the Chaos Lords we've got available. Do I really want to keep the Harpies though? That's another question. I'll tell you what, let's get that first of all. So we can get some more Chaos Knights in the following turn. Is there any more new units? Like, I would like to try out some Bestigors. That'd be quite cool, having a unit of Beastmen in the army. I mean, you can even read the description there. This Beastman is one of the most vicious from Word's flock. Okay, that's... ugh. They have impressed the Khorne himself by their bloodthirst. The god of blood, by his will, has ordered them to join to Arcane, or Egrimm in this case, or Hagorath in this case, I guess, in his campaign. So let's order a unit of these to come and join. Then we'll also get another unit, I think, of Blood Raiders. There we go. Might even swap out to the Harpies, so we can get some more cavalry as per Bacala's request. But I'm pretty happy with that option at the moment. Right, you can continue making your way down now towards here. Might take a slight detour. We might stop by here in order to go after the Anvil of Calador. Right, let's hit that. You've leveled up. Congratulations. Let's give you a point in steel technology and start spreading corruption in the area. Let's go Cunning of Zeech as well, so we can get that extra boost to our campaign movement to get where we need to go. Hit that. And then we'll be able to get things set up then for the siege in our next turn. So I'm looking quite very much, because not only of course we've got the Chaos Dragon that's with the army, but we've also got the Baldros, the one that Egrimm is riding. So we've got 2 dragons in the horde. We've got access to Dragon Ogres, so 2.5 technically, if you want to be particularly. But we also got a couple other units as well I'm interested to check out. And of course, thanks to the siege towers, we're not going to have to worry about getting shot at all that much, where we can get onto the wall and use our superior troops against the might of the High Elves. Now, I haven't actually seen that many campaigns where Chaos has gone up against High Elves. So, while we've done okay in the auto-resolve, I'm interested to see how we actually do in an actual fight. Because, obviously, my character is going to be quite well experienced compared to most of the High Elves. But, it'd be interesting to see how we actually do. So, we'll get to it in just a moment. Let's get you a Graphax to go after Tuarlek. Again, it's going to be a bit of a fight. We got a couple of High Maidens, Swordmasters, Spearmen, Sisters of Avalon. Okay. Tell you what, let's go 2 siege towers to help things out here. Set things up. What we're doing then as well is with Hagroth, because we're still recruiting that unit there, we can't move the horde. But we can have a look. I'll tell you what, let's get rid of the Harpies. And if we go and find our chariots, let's go Knights of Khorne, just because they're going to be better to fight in and stay in melee. So we'll go for, them. I'm going to try out the chariots. There we go. Good choice. So that's going to give us a hard-hitting cavalry unit with them, as well as a unit of beasties. So you guys can do that. And Hagroth, speaking of you, you can level up. I'm going to give you now your Barded Chaos Steed. And then I'm thinking, which one is the best for the Knights? Horsemasters, Hanver and Vanville. Let's give you a point now in Hammer into Anvil. Just increase his cavalry units as well. There we go. So you guys all do it set up there. Let's come on to here. Start the fight. And I'll see you guys on the battle map in just a moment. Okay guys, here we are. Now already we're starting with a lot of magic. And surprisingly I haven't got that much in Power Reserve. I thought being followers of Zeech we might have actually had more, but no matter. We'll start the deployment straight away and start setting things up. So, it looks like a lot of my army is actually capable of Vanguard. Of course, because I just activated that skill, wasn't it? The right in the beginning of the turn. So we're able to get to the walls extremely quickly, and considering the amount of units we have available for things like we've got the Dragon, we've got the Hell Cannon, of course, the Soul of Damnation. We've got access to siege towers. We've got both Egrimm and the Chaos Dragon, as well as Acode on his Manticore. Hang on, I did put a... Oh crap, I haven't. Oh dear. I could have swore I put him in his Manticore before I finished the last episode, but obviously I haven't. Bugger. But hey, one thing I would like to check out is some of these units as well, because we haven't had a chance to see some of them. So, not going to really look at the followers of Zeech, or Chosen I should say, because they're in the tower. But you can see now we've got our 2 Chaos Dragons over here, with Egrimm riding up on his one. Very, very cool. What else did we have that was new? Warriors of Zeech, we've seen the Mordors of the Raven Hosts. Let's have a look at you guys, because you're supposed to be mutated somewhat. Wow. They look pretty cool. Especially when you see things like that, you know, this mutated arm holding onto a mace. That's pretty cool. What else do we have? Havoc Acolytes over there. Okay, we've seen you guys before. Alright, let's check out my new Hell Cannons. Anything new about it? Not particularly. You can see it's vicious, it's raring to go. We got my Summoners of Rage. Dragon Ogres, ready to blast anyone with lightning as needed. And the Havoc Acolytes. Definitely seem like cultist warriors to me, when you look at them. Very cool. Right, let's get going. So we might as well take advantage. We can put these into Vanguard to get them going straight up to the walls as quickly as we can. Let's separate them up so we have one unit on each side. Oh, what? Of course, of course. Bit cheating, I guess, if they're going to allow you to get siege equipment into Vanguard, so it literally just goes from there to there, isn't it? But we'll put one here, we'll put one here. Our cavalry units are going to have to stay back a bit. Let's keep you guys back here, just so... In fact, no. Let's keep you back here. Not that it really matters, is it? Egrimm can come there, our Chaos Dragon goes here. A-Cold can join it with the Dragon. Nope, let's not do that. I keep forgetting he's not on a Manticore. The other units, though, once we get them in position, I will probably start marching them up so they can get on the walls as well. Although, to help things out a little bit, let's grab a unit of you and stick you here. A unit of you, Acolytes, and stick you here. To help out a little bit as well, let's stick a unit of Chaos Warriors there. And Champions of the Raven or Chosen with Halberds. Let's go for Chosen. You guys can pop there. Chaos Spawn and you guys, you can actually pull up here. In fact, what's going to be better for trying to knock down the walls? They've got slightly more damage but less health. Okay. Summons of Rage, you can stay back for the moment and keep a cold company. Hell Cannon, let's have you go after some of the towers, I guess. So you can stay there. Otherwise, I think that is everyone. You guys can make your way up on the walls on this side as well. And I tell you what, let's grab one of you. Mirror Guard, you guys can come over here and make your way up onto the walls. Just hit that. Pause it a moment. Like I said, at the beginning of a siege battle, I understand, I feel it's acceptable for me to actually do this. So you're going to come now and smash down the gatehouse. We'll have this tower make its way over to there, sure. You can make your way over to there. You, Mirror Guard, can make your way up onto the walls. In fact, do we want to go after the white lions? Yeah, go after the white lions, by all means. Over here, the Marauders of the Raven Host can go up on this side. You two start making your way up on this side here. In fact, you go there, you go here. Okay, Havoc Acolytes. What do I have here? Unit of Archers. Let's have you try and get up on this side. You get up and then to go up against the white lions there. Okay, who's not moving at this point? Okay, you guys have been given orders. A-Cold, we'll probably get him starting to use his magic as soon as we can. We've got plenty of spells we can use to blast the inner walls. Okay, Egrimm, let's have you have some fun. We'll just bring you into the center and you can start blasting after enemies inside. Chaos Dragon, you can do the same. Make your way in. Right. Chaos Dwarves. I don't know. Kind of don't think they're going to be as useful in this situation, but I will bring them up, I guess, so they can at least get fire in. Oh, they're right there. Okay. Tell you what, you guys can just come here then and help out. And then Chaos Dragon, start taking out that gate. I mean, the wall. In fact, go after the wall. Be much better. Alright, let's do... Tell you what, start making your way over here. I think you can take out these Great Eagles easily enough. And I know there's archers here, but we'll be able to blast them with magic as we get closer. Alright, Fireball, start things off. Right, when you're ready, of course. No? Okay. Blast them then with magic. Your fire blast. Okay, go after those. I have a feeling he should be fine. Alright, Banishment will cast right in the middle there. and start working on that. Okay, Thunderers. Start firing on them. You get involved after the Lothian Sea Guard. To reduce that missile capability of theirs. You're making your way up, okay. These already made their way up onto the walls, fantastic. Okay, how am I doing over here? Let's do Helmet Discord. Let's just deal with a bit of a blow to them. Sort of change. Oh, do you need to be on the ground? Seems to be. Right. That's okay, we're nearly finished off with him anyway. Alright, these guys are firing. So are those. Alright, A Code, let's start bringing you up, ready to support. Slow things down a minute. Okay, these guys are making their way up. So are you guys. So right, both of you go after the Spearman unit there. I know you're doing some damage, that's okay. What's going on here? Soul Damnation's taking a massive amount. Okay, let's get you withdrawn from the fight. The gun itself has been destroyed, it seems. Whoops. Okay, you guys can't do much there, then. Gatehouse is being slowly smashed, but it's taken absolutely ages. Okay, what do we got over here? A Noble fighting. Chosen of Zeech should be winning that fight quite easily. They're all starting to bunch up right here. Right. Where's my Chaos Dragon going? You're here, having a fun time. You need to get out of there. Looks like you're getting blasted a bit too much. Okay, I'll tell you what. Let's drop down another banishment spell right here. Okay, and then we'll start moving them back to support the rest of the group. So you do that, you can start making your way back away from them. Over here, please. Alright, you can use the purple sun on this group right here. Then start using that. Okay, you guys up on the wall? Nearly, okay. Alright, he's made his way back. You blast them with some fireball. Alright, let's have you. Archers, where's the White Lions? Go and blast the White Lions with your breath. That should do a nice bit of damage to them. You guys come down and deal with these. You can finish off the archers there. Mirror Guard, you're losing decisively, that's fine. You make your way down here. Go after those units, in fact. Alright, you guys are having a blast over there. Okay, you guys make your way down to deal with the Spearmen. You guys are finishing these off quite handily. Alright, you go down and fight the Silver Helms for me, Egrimm. Use Arcane Conduits as well. Power Stone. Okay. How do I use the spell? Summon on the ground. Recharge if engaged in melee. Duration, level sound, ground, 60 meters. Valid target, ground. Ground. Oh, we have to do it out. We can't do it inside the settlement. Oh. Okay. Cast it there then. Finish off what you're doing first. Okay, these guys have basically defeated the archers. Okay, you're finishing off the White Lions. You're in a bit of a fight down there, okay. Chaos Dragon, come over here and start dealing some damage over against them. Use your breath against the White Lions first. You guys come down in and support. That's it. Nice bit of damage there. Now charge in to help. Victory is within our grasp, apparently. Okay, you guys turn around now and go after him. That is going on quite well in that fight. How's the gates looking? 36%. It's taken absolutely ages. Okay, let's use some arcane thing. Not that we have much magic left, but... Okay, let's use a fireball. Come on. Okay, you carry on there. That fight's going extremely well in our favour. We're finishing off the white lions up there. Okay, you guys... got quite a few of you at the moment not doing much. Let's bring you down here now to help out against these spearmen. Not that Egrimm really needs it, but, you know... he's not quite a lover, but he's not a fight, you know, but he's a bit of a fighter, but not that much. We'll let that carry on there. You need to finish that off. Okay, you... don't chase them down. Okay, Warriors of Zeech, you can stay where you are. My Lion's about to be defeated. Okay, once they've defeated, we'll push through then to attack the archer units here. Sorry, the Sea Guard. Come on, break. Right. Pull back. Okay, is there anything we can try and do to boost them? Can cause terror. Okay, never mind, that's already finished. Boost it on them. You guys charge over here now to deal with that Sea Guard unit. Okay, these guys are running away. Those two have been finished. Let's start making our way down here then. Carrick Acolytes. Start making your way over here too. Warriors of Siege. Turn around and deal with them. Okay, you guys... you, Dragon, go after the Sea Reavers here. Right. Blast them with a bit of your breath first of all. Okay, you kill off then the Great Eagles. Okay, you guys make your way towards them. You guys towards these. Okay, Egrimm, we might as well start making you over here. You might as well go and fight them as well. Okay, Chosen, go and attack. Alright, we've now managed to unlock the Cabal, so let's grab you two. And start making your way in as well. Chaos Knights, come and charge in. You guys might as well come in as well. Dwarves, come and set up there. Mirror Guard, start making your way towards the center as well. Okay, Dragon, you've dealt. Victory is mine. Perfect. End the battle. Decisive victory. As expected. Let's check out the results. We lost 150 in that fight. We managed to wipe out pretty much the enemy, killing, what, 6 times the amount? Over 6 times the amount? I would say it's a pretty good result. But anyway, I'll see you guys back on the campaign map now in just a moment. So there you go, guys. A decisive victory by Egrimm Van Horstmann against the forces of Tyrannic. Now, how much favour we're going to be able to get out of this once we burn the city to the ground?
The gods protect us.
10,000. That's pretty decent. Let's take it. Lords of Assur. Such high-minded ways and pure ideals count for nothing when you're worm food. I like it. So as a result now we've got +3 for all of that. What was that bit that popped up just now? You've built that. Okay. Hang on. Oh, I thought I just said something quite thing about Egrimm. No matter. I'm not that fussed. Right. Let's go back onto you a minute. Because A-Code. We need to swap out your mount. Give you back your manticore. Can't believe I haven't swapped it over. I thought I did. Obviously not. But there we go. We've managed to burn that to the ground. You are now getting your last couple of units. You're laying siege to that. So, let's hit end turn. And after this end turn phase, we'll bring this episode to an end. So I'll try and get myself, assuming that I can't carry on with the campaign and I have to start afresh, I'll try and get to this point, so it might not be exact with regards to we lay in siege against this particular settlement, you know, with this particular army in. I would have resolved this now. We lost 8 units. That's actually quite a decent unit we lost as well. That sucks. But we'll take it, we'll burn it. There we go. So we'll see what happens. If I'm able to carry on, I'll put a post on the community tab on the channel, and we'll be continuing with the next episode on Saturday. If we can't, and I'll have to restart afresh, then it'll probably be starting sometime next week. I'm not going to give a definite time because I obviously have to wait for those mods to be updated and so on before we can actually continue. And I can't give a promise for other people because at the end of the day, the mod creators are great at what they do, and I really can't stand it when I watch the comment tabs and I see people say like, you have to update this quickly, why haven't you updated this? And it's like, don't forget, these people have gone out of their way to do it as a favor for you, the players, the users, so don't rush them. Let them get on with it when they need to, because don't forget, they'll have other commitments as well, Just, it bugs me when I see people talk about it as if like, it's almost like a demand, like, you have to do this. But anyway, we'll see what happens with the campaign after this afternoon, I'm sure. But I have to say, if we have to start again, it'd be interesting to come across Nakai and Marcus on the Vortex map, Alright, you want a military alliance? I'm going to say no. We don't want alliances, we want vassals. Become my vassal. Nope. Okay, we'll take non-aggression. Sure. Alright. Oh, we picked up the Skull Katam. That's a bit late in coming, but I'm glad we got it. Like, I believe it was one of the mods for either Overwhelming Chaos or Chaos Rising that affected this. But this is an item we should have started with straight away, because it's one of the beginning ones, I believe, for Egrimm. So, I might want to make sure he gets it as soon as we can. But as you can read here, it's actually one of the things I believe that started his journey towards following the Dark Gods. But I'm glad that we finally managed to pick it up. But anyway, guys, that is the end of today's episode. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I hope you join me next time for more Warhammer. But until then, everyone, take care, and goodbye for now.